Oh yeah, and this guy
Melt
too.
on the fucking time god up in this bitch. You wanna get a fucking king of the dodgy?
Yeah! Time!
Just don't say time.
Yeah,
just don't we got a time limit, but just don't say time.
Y'all scum. You heard it? You heard that?
Don't say time.
Let's do it more organic, you know?
There we go. Okay. Well, either way, this is the fucking Time GAWDCAST. Welcome to the Time GAWDCAST. It is time. The time is now. This episode, like I said in my previous life, that this episode is brought to you by IEvolve Battles. IEvolve Battles. And the reason why I say that is, like I said in my previous life, I keep saying that because you guys will never know. It's an inside joke between me and my co-host here with me, or me and my special guest. And so I'm saying that this episode is brought to you by that because I'm really just trying to put shine on some. And honestly, you'll see by the end of this episode. So this is brought to you by IEvolve Battles. It's I would say the premier battle league in the Inland Empire.
Hey, I appreciate
that.
I
would say the premier battle league in Inland Empire because I know a lot of talent is coming from there. A lot of good talent. You know what I'm saying? It's growing. It's growing as we speak. And also, a representative of the Inland Empire, and also one of my good friends who I've known since the time I came into battle rap, and who's also he's one of the owners and founders of IEvolve, and one of the owners and founders of Elephant Graveyard, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
we can get into that.
Okay, so today we got Epyk Saga.
Epyk Saga.
Let's get it. Break down where you got that name from. Let's just stem from there, from the name, and then we'll jump into all that.
No doubt. First of all, I want to say, shout out to the beautiful and amazing studio that we're at right now. You guys will probably hear the birds and hear people, cars, and everything passing by, but that's honestly just the sound effects that we're using behind the board
right outside.
We're building the environment for you guys, but now we're actually in an amazing studio right now.
You guys understand that we're in Cali. We're in fucking beautiful Cali. It's like 100 and something degrees right here by a palm tree that's probably not even supposed to be there. Someone probably planted it, but it's all good. So we out here.
We out here, fam.
So break it down. Like if whatever you want to break down, let's jump into this. Let's break down IEvolve Battles. Okay. Let's jump into that, and then we'll go into whatever. But I think people should understand what IEvolve Battles is, because it's not just a league. It's a representation of a whole
scene, of a whole community.
Okay, go ahead, break it down.
Yeah, other than just a battle rap league, which I really don't consider myself a league at all. It's most, I will say it just for like
a platform.
Yeah, I will say it for like face value or whatever, but it's more of a platform, a showcase, because we don't only do rap battles. For years we've done, like reinventive. We have reinvented events, over time, and have done rap battle events so differently, and not only battle rap, but like we've done comedy, we've done, beatbox battle, b-boy battles, we've done rock and hip hop, we've done, broken a lot of barriers that a lot of people weren't doing out here in the IE. And maybe, there could have been people before me that have, attempted to do certain things, but in this time and era, they have not, and they are not. So I like to pride myself in those aspects. But IEvolve is basically, for the past 3 years, been a huge platform out here in the IE locally for the family and the community out here. We've been going 3 years strong. And
it's like homegrown talent. Like you're just a lot of homegrown, because a lot of the names that come from there are like people that are from here. Like there's guys that also, of course, come from like Los Angeles or San Diego or whatever. But I think it's more just like there's a lot of talent that I've never even seen before, and it's good talent, And I think and pretty much like I just really want to get I want to get to know more of it, and I think however many people listen to this, I want them to also get the gist of it. So so then how did, like, what made you, like, we're gonna jump right into it, like what made you want to create the IEvolve?
Yeah, so
and we're gonna talk about everything here.
Yeah,
a lot of this shit has to do with like politics of the game and all that shit. So don't be afraid.
Nah, definitely.
Just get it out. Let's just have a good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna say, for everybody listening right now, not really on game with everything like that. The year is 2018. Just let's start off there.
This is where we're at.
So about what was it? 8 years ago, 2010. Let me bring it back before that. So just so everybody gets the gist of it and really understands where I'm coming from and how everything came to be as far as, my crew, Elephant Graveyard, and my platform, IEvolve TV. So I grew up, in Bellflower, Pico Rivera, Whittier, been to many different high schools, middle schools. I eventually moved out to the IE, but when I was going to Bellflower High, I had a homie who was in my auto shop class that we used to freestyle together. That was Shrapnel. That's how I met Shrapnel.
Shouts out to Strap.
The homie Shrapneezy. So me and him used to freestyle back in the day because one of my skater homies passed me a CD and it said Elephant Graveyard on it. And it on the CD was one of the first underground music, that I've heard. And it was actually Crooked Halo, Sick in 179, and ours, which were some of the original founding members of Elephant Graveyard. Shout out to DJ 3 on the beats as well. And that was one of the first underground joints that I heard.
So they were OGs then. They've been around.
Yeah, they were like OG when I was in high school, when I was like probably sophomore or freshman. And that's how I met my homie Shrapnel. And my homie Shrapnel was the first one out of my homies to do a rap battle. He had gotten a rap battle with the homie Absurd at Assault and Battling. I don't even think you were in at the time.
No, I wasn't.
The first time Shrapnel got a battle, I think you were barely,
I was trying to get in.
Yeah, you were making your way in. So, shout outs to Absurd and Assault and Battling, man. They, paved the way for a lot of cats out here.
100%.
And but rewind that a little bit. So, I had moved out to the IE after high school, like right after high school, moved out to the Inland Empire. And I was at a Sam Ash. Like I didn't have any friends, any homies, nothing like that.
Right.
And I was at a Sam Ash buying a microphone because I was working on my studio out here in the IE. I was like, damn, like I need to start really getting focused on my music because I've been doing this since 9. I started, making beats around 15, and I didn't get serious until I left high school. So, I was already out of high school, and I was like, man, I need to get serious about this. So I went to Sam Ash, bought my microphone, and somebody came up to me. Which is now the homie Ziner, but he basically came up to me and asked me.
Shout out to Ziner too.
Shout out to Ziner 1. He actually came up to me and asked me, "Hey, my homie wants to battle you," and I was kind of like shocked, like kind of flabbergasted, like what? Like what are you talking about? Like I'm
what
here,
the fuck
I don't even know you, my guy. Like I'm here buying my microphone for my studio.
You're like Jesus Christ, dude.
Battle.
You're
Like,
fucking abrasive. What the hell's going on here?
So the person that wanted to battle me ended up being Denter.
Right. That guy's a monster. He wants to battle. At one point, he wanted to battle everybody.
Yeah, and
he still does.
Yeah, by the way, for those who don't know Denter is a Mexican-American battle rapper out here in the IE, you know what I'm saying, that has been putting in work for years. At one point, he was like, top, 20 or something like that on the battle rap boards as far as like how many battles they've accumulated or something like that. He was like 24, 34, something like that, out of literally thousands of battle rappers. So shout out to my guy. Now he's doing big things in Mexico and whatnot. But not to sidetrack. My dude wanted to battle me at Sam Ash, so that's how I got in contact with him. Then I met my homie.
Did you guys battle?
Nah, we didn't. We ended up freestyling.
You saw him there, and you're like, "What up, bro?"
Yeah. We like ended up freestyling right there as I left.
That's tight.
My shit. Yeah. So that's how I got in contact with Isaac on the mix. Was one of my producers, and
Shut up, Isaac.
It was honestly chance and destiny like that. I walked in that building that day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So fast forward time. Around that time, my homie Shrapnel, that's when he got the battle with Assault and Battling.
Okay.
And something kind of clicked in my head. I invited both of those cats to Shrapnel's pad, and they ended up battling in a shed with like a bunch of homies.
Ziner and Denter, right?
No. My bad. Shrapnel and Denter.
Shrapnel. I think I saw that footage.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the footage is out there somewhere,
That's what I got sent when Denter wanted to battle. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, so, I was like, damn, my homie Denter, he just battles. Like, he doesn't battle on a league, but he just battles. And my homie...
he just loved it.
He just loved it. And my homie Shrapnel had
and
already...
this was before there was, like, leagues.
Yeah, before there was, like... well, I mean...
It was leagues, but it was so hard to get in touch with people.
Yeah. It was like after WRC's, you
Yeah.
know, it was like grind time era,
Yeah.
Salt and Battling era. So, yeah, I linked that up for these cats to battle on the fly, like, you know, bunch of homies there and whatnot. And, yes, you know, sure enough, that's how we started Elephant Graveyard. I kind of told Shrapnel, hey, man, I want to bring Elephant Graveyard back because that group had disbanded, you know what I'm saying, with Shrapnel's brother, you know what I'm saying, getting locked away, and a lot of the OG members kind of, you know, doing their own thing, you know, living life and whatnot. And, cool right now. And yeah, man, so that's how Elephant Graveyard started. You know what I'm saying? That was around 2010 when we all stepped into the scene, like Daily Duels and, you know, Salt and Battling, and, you know, Casual Conflicts was out here.
And these are all leagues, like, for the people listening, these are all and pretty much there was just like an explosion of battle rap, and it was just like, you know, it was just like a
surge.
A surge, but it was more just like you can become your own boss. Like, there was just, because to be
Facts,
honest,
man.
battle rap was just ran by a bunch of like dudes.
It was low key an untapped market. Like it was something, you know, and there was the pioneers and the people who paved the way, but it just, you could tell that it wasn't fully at its potential or fully at its peak. And I think to this day it's not there yet. But
Not
it's
at
like
all.
Everybody can see that it's you know, it's all, you know, heading towards something.
And see, like, and okay, real quick, what do you I mean, maybe we shouldn't talk about what it needs because we'd be exposing. So I think we know what it needs, but it takes a lot of work to get there. And I think the reason why it hasn't happened is because there's so much, like,
so much
politics and separation.
Separation.
And, you know, and a lot of it had to do with because of the powers that were around at the time, where you know, I mean, I say that because I was around, I was part of that shit.
Right.
You feel me? Like, and you know that.
It's all firsthand.
Yeah, it's all firsthand. So it was more. Now I understand, because now that King of the Dot isn't over here anymore, it's more just like, you know, I understand why it's so important to build your own brand.
Yeah.
Build your own brand, you know.
It's essential.
And I mean, go ahead.
No. So before we sidetrack, you know, just to finish off.
Finish that point.
Finish the point and the story and whatnot. But so yeah, you know, after Elephant Graveyard was established and everything like that. So, you know, just to fast forward time, and so I'm not taking a lot of time on just this.
That's all
segment.
good. We could talk for fucking 2 hours if we want.
No doubt. But you know, just to long story short, you know, with every league that came, you know, I feel, in my personal opinion, that anybody can argue with if they choose to. But I feel like Elephant Graveyard was one of the, you know, most talented but underlooked and we were just one of those groups that were dope, and we stood out like a motherfucker, and we got co-signed by a lot of people and recognized, but we never got the credit for the actual work that we put in the battle rap scene and outside of the battle rap scene.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we were also heavily involved and in the underground scene. But so with all these leagues, with Assault and Battling, with Grind Time, with the local leagues that, you know, started and fell off and quit, you know, and then maybe came back, but, you know, the Daily Duels, the Casual Conflicts, the King of the Dots, you know, there was a time in battle rap out here in the West Coast where you know, where leagues quit, leagues fell off, and there was only leagues like maybe Shots Fired in San Diego, which was barely starting, you know, maybe the Riot in Santa Ana, the OC, I mean, and it was barely starting in their beginning stages. A-Hat Cali, who have been big out here, you know what I'm saying, were out here, but there was no official league in the IE or anybody that was really fucking with the IE rather than A-Hat Cali, but which I felt, you know, were only fucking with the bigger talents. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're really from Las Vegas.
But they had their different chapters and
right,
for those who don't know. So I felt there was a huge void.
Like, you just felt like there was nothing from here.
There was nothing from here, and
by here, from here, or you know what I mean? Like something that's made by
organically
the people
out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when we began, you know, I personally feel like I wasn't stepping on any toes. I was utilizing organic relationships and resources and building brand new talent and, marketing them and trying to get these guys ready for these bigger stages, because essentially I know that if you're a local battle rap league, you're essentially just getting these cats ready for the bigger platforms out here.
Right.
What's the end game when you're a local battle rap league? I understand that now, and that's one of the very few things, people don't understand is like a lot of the politics and a lot of the shit behind running a league is very crazy, man.
It's real weird.
It's really weird, man. Hella different vibes, hella like, people smoke weed and, whatever else. And, it's very political, very complex, but, I like you, I'm pretty sure you can agree, like, we've come to love it and, we feel part of it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you are one of the very few cats out here that paved the way, put in a lot of work, and are not credited enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like myself included. So, we did that for about 3 years after, all the leagues fell off. Like King of the Dot wasn't doing any Prove Yourselves or Ground Zero events out here for 3 years. And, I kind of felt as Epyk Saga of Elephant Graveyard, I needed to put on for my people, my crew, my community out here. You know what I'm saying? And
well, you just found a different lane, because battle rap is battle rap, but like there is not certain lanes that are not filled. Like San Diego, there's battlers out there like Max Taylor. I've never heard of that dude in my life until they did something. I didn't know what's the Griffin. I didn't know who none of these dudes were until they started something. Just like you being from out here, you going to these hip hop events and people seeing you battle, you're like, hey, I'm gonna start a battle event.
Right.
I want to try to do that. I seen dudes do that. So instead of being like, where's your footage at? You're just like, you ready? Let's fucking get it. Because even if you bomb, doesn't matter.
Right.
People are going to have fun and they're going to watch it. Like, to be honest, like a lot of that's what I see. Like, I know the secret to get any battle league to blow up, and all it is to find fucking sponsors or find an investor, go to these big old battle events and talk to these big dudes and be like, what's up, I run my own shit out here, or not even that, just like going to events, like and meeting people, and then getting a
building organic relationships with them,
and then showing them like, hey man, look at this brand that I'm trying to build. I'll take care of you with this, and then just come through. Pretty much that's what we did for GZ, because there was a time where no one wanted to battle on GZ, bro.
Like, no, what? GZ?
Exactly. So it was more just like, well, what do I do? And it was more just like, King of the Dot was like, well, we're not going to let anybody get on this main stage unless they come through here. I don't give a fuck who it is. So what I understood was then Ground Zero was like being demoted, and that's what I think happens to a lot of leagues, is they look at it as like, well, why am I going to do that when I should be over here? And it's like, I had to look into my mind and be like, well, how do I get battlers to want to battle here instead of wanting to go battle at King of the Dot?
Right.
Because I think it's pretty much, I just think it's connecting with these. It's kind of hard, dude. It's like, especially when you don't want to just start paying out a gang of money for somebody to come through an event, and it gets crazy. So that's where the relationships come in, to where you can, hopefully somebody really likes you and be like, yo, dude, I'm trying to do this.
Right.
Come through, do it, and then. But even then, you're probably still not going to get those views, just because. And it's just a weird thing.
It's a weird combination of.
It's all timing, man.
Yeah.
It's all timing, because even if you look at King of the Dot right now, like everything's kind of stale, and it's kind of like,
the views are down.
Well, it's just the hype. No one's really hype about it, and anytime people are hype about shit is when negative shit goes down, or when
Yeah, people give into more to the negative shit. Like they will. That's that's an entertainment factor. The negativity in battle rap, people thrive off of. Like, negativity is huge in battle rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no denying that.
Yeah, no, that's all pretty much battle rap lives off of is negativity, you know?
A lot of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, like, what my goal, not my goal, but my strategic moves to try to get something to pop is to be like, you know, build a team of strong motherfuckers who are in the scene already, and then you kind of look back and be like, all right, well, as a fan, what would I want to see? You know, and then like the comedy shit, like that was a good, like, okay, so let's talk about the comedy, like what, like when you did your comedy event, like where did you do it, and what do you think, like how did it turn, like how did you feel it turned out? What do you?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, you know, we usually do stuff out here in Ontario, California, i.e. Inland Empire. So out here there is a huge, you know, comedy scene where, you know, there's just like there is a battle rap scene out here of a community of, you know, MCs and artists and whoever else that enjoys this type of genre of hip hop, if you will. There's the same thing for that out here in the IE of comedians, you know. So, you know, I love comedy. You know, I love going to the Ontario Improv, and I've been watching comedy as a kid. So I kind of thought, man, like, damn, nobody's really mixing this combination of comedy and rap battles, because I've seen how similar it is if you really think about it. Because, you know, like battle rap now is like acapella, premeditated material. You know, your projection, your timing, your punchlines. It's very similar to comedy. Like,
yeah,
almost
all
identical.
that is in comedy.
Exactly,
just displayed differently,
a little differently.
Right.
So I just seen the you know, how similar both of these worlds are. So, you know. So
did you booked rap battles and just had comedians do stand up?
Exactly. We aren't doing it how you guys are doing it. You know what I'm saying? Where you want to incorporate comedians. Actually, I mean, because that's one of the things you guys are trying to do, right? You guys trying to incorporate more comedians and possibly have comedians to battle. I mean,
that's entirely up to them. We don't like, cause see, pretty much, I just wanted to take it back to the battlers. I wanted to be back like how Grind Time used to be, just funny.
Yeah, not even about solely just the punchline. I mean,
not about
the bar,
about this massive like. My fucking 25 and fucking everybody wants to do that shit.
Yeah, everybody wants to do the gunplay style now, because that's what's popular.
If you look back on Grind Time days when Daylight used to do those gun bars, people used to frown on that shit.
Yeah, people didn't fuck with that.
Remember when Daylight said that shit? Or whatever, yeah, remember when Daylight said, "Oh, I've been doing gun bars before a lot of you fools. Check this shit out."
Yeah, I remember.
And people hated on that shit. Now they love it, and it's because you know, there was a time where it was just like making people laugh. Because I remember when I battled Denter, my whole shit was about trying to make people laugh and just be goofy and silly and shit, you know. And the same thing with Shrapnel. I mean, I would get a little spurts of like aggression, but my whole thing was to try to make like, man, you look like fucking, you know, like that shit is funny. I don't want it to be corny, but I want it to be like.
You want it to be something organically its own thing.
I want people to be themselves. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And I'm not gonna like Geechee Gotti is the greatest, but I want to see him on URL. I want to see him spitting gun bars. Like I wouldn't book him to do no funny shit unless he approached me and was like, "Hey, Mella, I like what you're doing. This is my Geechee impression. Mella, I like what you're doing. Fucking, I'm trying
exactly.
No, that was horrible. I don't even know how he sounds, but yo, I'm trying to get on, you know. And then I would be like, for sure, because. Being a battler, you have to know your crowd.
Right.
And so when you booked it, you just booked this regular battles or did you book guys who you thought would go good in a comedy crowd?
That's a really good question. I think in my mind I was just going off of, you know, booking good battles. You know what I mean? You know, when I personally pick battles, I don't go off of like, oh, I think you know, I don't go for like just the gunplay guys or whatever. Like, you know, I also
just go with what's good, like who's dope,
with who's dope or who I think like deserves a chance to, you know, to be on the platform. Because, you know, keep it real. There's like levels. There's like the newbies, like the freshmen straight coming in, like don't know anything about battle rap, but they're coming in, and it's hard. It's insanely hard to make that leap to like. Okay, I'm going to get an actual battle. Because if you're really garbage, it's like, you know, not a lot of people are going to give you chances. That's just the way it is. But if you do okay, you can make that leap. And then the next leap is even harder. You know what I'm saying? It's like to jump
you could get stuck there.
Yeah.
That's the place
you can get stuck in purgatory.
Stuck.
I call it purgatory. Right. You know what I mean? And, man, it's crazy because, you know, I've been through all the stages. At one point, I was the newbie. I was the rookie. and then I was like the dude who already proved himself, if you will, and then I was the mid tier, and now I'm stuck in this purgatory of like, damn, I've battled over 40 times. I've been to San Francisco and Fresno, and I've been to Chicago, and fucking I battled in another language in Mexico, and in front of fucking like a shitload of people. Like, I've been to places, bro. I've been to mad platforms, battled, I would say, probably like 40 times. You know what I mean? I put my work in, and I understand exactly what it takes to make those leaps and to fight the politics in battle rap, because what people don't understand as a Mexican-American battle rapper, there aren't a lot of Mexican-American battle rappers. And the reason for that, I think personally, is because, you know, being that battle rap is heavily influenced in the street mentality, and it kind of thrives off of that energy and exists in that world, that I think you need to be affiliated, whatever that means in the sense of the word. Like, you need to be affiliated with this rap group, or you need to be under this umbrella, or
you need to be cool with so and so,
or you need to know somebody. And, you know, as somebody, I think I never kiss anybody's ass. And I feel like in this game, if you kiss ass, you will most likely go far. And I think that was one of my biggest faults. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've always thought I should have been more humble, you know, because I always felt, you know, I was undermined and overlooked. But I learned, you know, now that I am a promoter, and I did put in my work as a promoter and booking battles, and like I know the process now and understand what comes with dealing with like 60 different people for one event, different personalities, and like you can't be cool with everybody just because, you know, they're cool with you. Like, people have to stand out, and it's insanely difficult, man.
Right.
Like, I understand, bro, on such a small level that we did something great. And
but see, what you got to think though, the reason why I feel like we haven't got our chance is because we haven't made anything for ourselves yet.
Yeah, and everybody's out here. Like, a lot of us want to be on some unity shit, and I think now, you know, we're getting better at it. But like you said before, you know, it's like we're on some separation shit.
Well,
you know
what it really is motherfuckers need to get. I'm talking about like people in the scene. Like, if you're from here and you have somebody who wants to invest into a business, or have somebody that wants to do this, then you like, it's pretty much just like you have to invest bread.
Facts. You need to invest. You need to invest in this game.
And it takes, like, if you look at, like, back in the day, like Grind Time and King of the Dot, they were able to grow organically because, no pun intended, but they were able to grow organically because it was during a time where a Pat's Day is not going to charge you $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah.
They're just going to come do it for free. Disaster was doing shit for free back then, you know? And now it's like a point to where these brands were built up by certain people, and this certain fame has gone here. And I think, like, even like me, when I look at, like, okay, let's start a fucking channel, it's like, oh my God, start a channel. Like, we got to start a fucking league. Oh my God, we got to start a fucking, like, it's insane. And it feels like if you didn't get in at a certain time to do that certain thing, it just feels like that timing is off. And it's like I've gone through this over my head. I've gone through this inside my head over and over, and it's like, what the fuck? And it's pretty much just finding somebody who's just like, you run into this dude's like, I've seen you in battle rap, and then you start talking to him, and then all of a sudden they're just like, well, how would you, if I was to give you some money, how would you return it? And then you're just like, bing, a light has to go off in your head, and just be like, well, what you talking? Well, I'm trying, like, well, see, this is what I'm trying to do. I want to invest into a business, but I want to make sure I get my money back. Okay, well, this is what, and then they say, well, I'm down to invest $5,000 to $10,000, and then you just go, who can I hit up that can get these big names for cheap, and just let them co-host with me or put them on? And it gets weird, because then you start going, well, I don't trust anybody, because then they might just be like, this fool's naive, I'm going to hit a lick.
When money gets involved, things become extremely difficult, bro.
Hold on, let me answer this.
No, go ahead, answer that, brother.
Hello? Yes, this is Ryan. And we're back, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so you're right, man. When money gets involved, bro, shit gets very iffy, because you can't break bread with everybody. Some people don't even know enough in this game to even break bread with.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, why am I going to pay you when you don't even know what you're doing, you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean?
See, that's where it gets where you don't pay anybody. Where it's like it gets kind of hairy to where you're just like, that goes to where. Because you the best thing to do is not tell anybody that you have that bread, you know?
Yeah.
The second thing is to be like, who can I get? Like, right? Because then you have to break into the, okay, now I got to break down. I want to put on, obviously, if I put on all my boys, I won't be able to return this money in one event. So, what the fuck do I do? So then you got to think, you got to go into your mind and be like, who can I fucking hit up that can get me, or who can I hit up that I feel will bring people in that I can be like, please do this for this fucking low price, please, dude. You know, Cadillac Ron, rest in peace. Rest in peace, man. One of the last times that I maybe a year after that, after I booked him, he that bad day had happened, and I was just more like, Caddy did me a favor. He didn't have to do that, and at that point, he was sober at that point. He was fucking killing the game, and then he did it for me. It was funny because he did it for me for like, he was like, man, give me a pistol and I'll do it. And I was like, a pistol? I'll drive and go get that shit. I was like, okay. So I lined it up, but that guy wasn't man. He's like, just shoot me this amount of money. I said, I got you. And he goes, and I didn't have it until the day of the event, and he waited to the end of the night to get the money. And he was like, he was looking at me like this was about to hand me short money. I handed him everything. I was like, you know what? Because we sold it out. I was with Young Baka. We did an event, and I think you battled there. You battled Gremlin. You battled Gremlin that day. It was that night.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So like that shit was packed. It was a nice little turnout.
It was.
And it was because that event. I made sure that I knew like you were tight. I knew that if I could get a gang of people in there, they would not leave because they would be entertained.
Facts.
And I made sure to do that. And I made sure to be like, fuck it. I didn't have the, like I think it was $500. I didn't have it, but I made sure to get it and give it to fucking Caddy. Yeah. And then and that's how I built my, just a little bit of credibility that I was getting. And then, but I think that the way to blow up a league is to find somebody who like just, it's like a shark can smell blood from fucking miles and miles away. So somebody's out there is cut, and the money, you can smell it, and you're not gonna take advantage of them. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get so many eyes on that brand that they're trying to promote that no one has ever seen. And what you do is you try to find that one thing and people. The secret is full of shit, but if you really put your energy and think and be like, this thing that I'm gonna do is gonna be the fucking greatest shit I've ever fucking done.
Exactly.
Everyone's gonna fucking love it.
You manifest it, man.
And when you start talking to people about it, they feel it, bro.
Exactly.
And then it just, that's what I did with that Comedy Store shit, dude. Okay, so before we jump into that, this comedy shit. So okay, so when you book these people, I was going on a weird little rant there. I'm fucking stoned.
No, man, I think that was definitely needed to be said, bro. A lot of people just don't know about rap politics.
This podcast is made just to be fucking honest. Yeah. If people were to ask me anything, I would talk about it. You feel me?
Well, keep it real. Now that you said that, you could be 100% honest.
100% honest,
please,
dude.
Please
I would rather us. I would rather. You know what I'm saying? Be honest.
And I won't be upset with whatever answer. And I want to hear
right. Okay.
Like when I started IEvolve, did you feel any type of way about it? You know what I mean? Being that around that time, King of the Dot was having its issues, like out here in the West Coast, and like.
I honestly, the one thing I did think was like, fuck, man, like, I just didn't understand why it was like, why can't we like. I was giving my energy to a whole other brand that I don't have no rights to none of those videos, and I found a lot of the talent that they're using.
Real talk.
I found it.
Real talk.
But I don't own that, and I don't have no connection to it anymore. Only the fact that I'm on it. So at that point, I was more just like, why doesn't everybody want to come? This is the biggest platform.
Yeah.
Come work with me. We'll break bread. But it was more just like, there was other shit that I wasn't even privy to that was going on, that now that I'm not a part of that, I see it now to where it was like, oh, this is what was going on. Yeah. It's like being in a rich fucking house and everything is poor and you're walking around like, what are you guys so mad about? Yeah. Like, come on, and this guy's over here fucking on the floor starving, being like, fuck you. What do you mean why I'm not going with you? Because I can't even walk. My legs are chopped off because I'm out here. And fools are like that. I'm over here like naive to it. And now I'm understanding to where I was like, fuck. This is what it was like. Like this is like I'm seeing what battle rap is post apocalypse of battle rap. Yeah. And now it's like, holy shit. I'm so sorry. Like I feel so bad.
You couldn't possibly know.
I feel so fucked up because it's like, you know, I could have done so much and I didn't, and it was more just like I didn't know. And when people would tell me, I'd be like, well, you know what you're talking about, dude. Yeah. Look at all these views we're getting. I go anywhere and I'm stopped for pictures. I fucking do this, I do that. Fucking, you know, and so like I didn't understand, and now I do, to where it's like, fuck, I wished we would have made our own shit. But I was honestly following my big homies like Lush and Caddy and all these fools, and Lush was like, hey dude, we can start our own shit. When we had cannabis, he asked me, he said we can start, I have my channel, the Nicholas Carletti channel, we can start Fresh Coast battles and we'll upload everything through there, or we can go with King of the Dot. And I was like, well, what's the difference? He goes, well, with us, we're doing it all, we're gonna blow up, but with King of the Dot, we're pretty much having a battle rap distribution, to where now we're being distributed to a whole other country. Immediately it's dropped in Canada, then dropped in Australia, and then the United States is already gonna fuck with us.
Facts.
So I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
That sounds amazing, and it was.
But at the end of the day, I mean, I learned more business dealing with them because I was talking to lawyers, I was talking to fucking Organic, and talking to like these guys are smart dudes, though. So like for me, it made me it made me understand, and it made me like, you know what?
More
and they taught me
of everything.
They taught me PNR too, to where it's like you don't go out and bang, you don't go out and put crazy shit out like that, you know. And I never really did it, but now I understand what it means to build your own shit, and what it really means to have something to offer and no one see it. No one see it, dude. Man. You know? So that's why I was like, you know what? Like we don't live too far away from each other. Facts. And I was like, you know what? Like we chopped it up pretty good on the phone the other day. Yes, so I was like, you know what? I want to, like, my podcast isn't popping or whatever, but I'm like, you know what? I want to just definitely have this and put it out.
It's needed too, man. It's needed. These type of conversations are definitely needed, and never ever in the limelight, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Never really, you know, spoken about in public at all. You know, it's usually like, oh, dude, there's battle rappers smoking a blunt at an event or something, or
that's really what I want to like recreate with this. That's why like I made sure for us not to talk really and just jump on this podcast, because we would have been like kind of out of.
We would have been out of.
Yes. Yeah. So okay, so then with the comedy shit, did you had comedians booked?
Yeah, so what it was a collaboration with my homie Tito Flores. Tito Flores.
He's a comedian?
Yeah, he's a comedian out here in the IE, has performed at the Ontario Improv and other improvs, and has been places, you know,
he's killing it.
He's killing the game, you know.
Standing for the Mexicans.
Yeah, he represent Mexican Americans, and, you know, he was the one who was handling the comedy aspect of it. But, you know, me, just personally, I have a huge respect for comedians, because I understand what it takes to be able to write like that and perform it so amazingly one time. You can't fuck up when you're a comedian or a battle rapper. There's no room for error.
It's all timing.
You have to be on point.
Right.
A
weird point.
Yeah.
Like you got to say things at the right time, or it's gone.
Yeah. You miss your pun for 1 second, it's over, bro.
Yeah.
So
you booked. So you just booked pretty much just like regular. Are the battles online that you did at the comedy?
Yeah. The battles are online.
Did you record any of the stand up?
We filmed some of the stand up,
but we didn't put it out.
Yeah, we didn't put it on our channel. We didn't know like the rules with that and comedians and like. Yeah, so we just kind of gave them their footage and whatnot. You know what I mean? As just
some of them don't even like it out because they like going on the road with that shit.
Exactly. People go on the road with it. It's different for battle rapping comedians, you know what I'm saying? It's like comedians will practice the same material until they get it right, until they have a special, and battle rappers will perform that one time only, and
it lives there forever.
And that's it. You fuck up, it's
yeah.
there
There's
forever,
no editing. There's no
No.
like, oh shit, edit, cut. Let's do it again. It's like, what cut, bro? Boo! Time. It's on this motherfucker. You're done.
Yeah. So
Okay. So how did you feel with that event? Like, would you do another one?
I would definitely do another one. We did
one
two
more
of them.
question.
Yeah.
I had another question. Was it at a comedy spot or was it just at a regular venue?
We did it. Where did we do it? We did it at They were at comedy spots because where we did them where it was one. One of them was at Aria Kebab in Ontario, where they've done comedy
Comedy night.
They've done comedy nights there all the time, and also
I think I went to that kebab place over there in Pomona,
Ontario.
Ontario.
Aria Kebab in Ontario.
Isn't that one? That was the one
It's
that
like
was
a
right
castle,
by.
like a castle.
It was right
type
by
shit.
Globe, wasn't it? Old Globe.
No, it's right there by Bar 83 off of Euclid.
I think I was there.
Yeah, you might have been there. You might have been
But
there.
I don't think I seen the stand up. I've been to that venue. I think
Yeah.
you've been to that venue more than once.
Yeah, we've always throw
Okay,
stuff
so
there
I've
at
been to
Aria
another one
Kebab.
because I would have remembered that comedy shit.
Yeah, and then we've also done stuff at the Castle in the city of Riverside where they do comedy there all the time. And yeah, man. And yeah, we did 2 events of those, and I think both times, the comedians and the battle rappers, they meshed like really well. It's like, hella different personalities, but like the vibes are very similar, dog.
It is similar, and the reason why I'm asking is because like I in my head I just was choosing like I want to do them at like I don't know. I mean it all happened so like just like organically, randomly, So that's why I was asking, like, well, how did you like plan for it, and so like, how did you feel it turned out?
Both of the events were great turnouts. Like even on a local scale, dog, we were packing venues out. Like whatever we were doing was working for 3 straight years. Like we didn't have one flop, other than like this one hip hop and rock event that we did that we probably overcharged at the door, and that was the only time. Like literally every event we were doing numbers, bro. For like literally for the most part I was doing everything myself. What I mean? Where most places it takes like a whole team or whatever. What I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you've done stuff by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how it is. You know what I mean? You got to get shit done. But we're doing okay, dog. Like what I'm saying, making some pretty good money, paying bills. You know what I mean? So
hell yeah. That's what's up, man. Well, shit, I was fucking, I think Shrapnel told me the one about the comedy. I didn't know, like, to be honest,
Yeah.
I didn't know that someone else had already done it, because I would have just came to you and been like, what the fuck, like, how did you know?
Yeah, you can't pay attention to everything.
Well, I think for a long time, I just wasn't paying attention to battle rap, period. Yeah, just like after that whole guys versus girls shit, and that whole shit went down the way it did, I was like, oh my God, I remember
that was
yeah.
Fuck,
that shit
man.
fucked me up. But it was more just like you said, trusting, breaking bread with certain people.
Exactly.
And just like, I learned a lot of people. I got pissed at a lot of people. I forgave a lot of people. I fucking, it was what it was. But that shit made me stronger. And honestly, like, I feel like the missing link to battle rap is just having fun and bringing it back to what it was, is be yourself. Yeah. If you're a gangbanger and you're out here getting it like my Geechee Gotti, I want to hear you do that.
Yeah.
If you're a funny, kind of weird looking dude like Laughing Stock, I want to hear you be like that. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to hear people just be themselves. And I think once that happens in battle rap and the right deals get made and it gets placed the right place and
branded and marketed the right way.
Yeah. And I think, battle rap could, I don't know, or maybe it's meant to stay underground. And
man, it's not. I think battle rap will have its day. I know it. I think everybody sees it. You know what I mean? I think everybody who plays like who has played an actual role in battle rap will have success in battle rap. There's like too much, like, honestly, good talent and like smart motherfuckers out here for something not to happen. And I think like for the first time in a long time, even though we're not there yet, I think there's unity in the West, and I think everybody's in the right mind state, and like I truly feel like something is going to happen within the next couple of years, like 5 years, where something happens, especially with the Body movie coming out, the Body battle rap movie, which we have been waiting for a while now.
Yes.
That is going to be one of the things that definitely uplifts, and shines light to what we're doing out here, dog, locally and like on a bigger scale.
Hell yeah, man. Honestly, I think that Body movie is gonna. They have a release date. It's supposed to be hitting the theaters.
Yeah.
So that's gonna honestly. It's gonna
do big things for Battle
yeah.
Rap.
If hopefully it gets on Netflix, because if it gets on Netflix,
oh yeah. And if especially with like they're doing stuff like Drop the Mic, it's called something like that. Where celebrities battle each other. It's definitely. It's leading to something big, dude.
Yeah, people are interested, man. People are interested, and like it's crazy because after that event, there was just a lot of people that were like people who were pretty big people at the Comedy Store. I'm not gonna drop names, but a lot of people were just like, "Bro, this is fucking amazing," and it was just like, "Hey, let's just get battlers who I think could be funny. Tell them they're battling in front of a comedy club and get comedians to be judges." And then, some of these judges are roasters, like go to the roast battle. So I was like, just roast these battlers. They roasted me. They were telling me like fucking, Trump should build a wall so he won't get over it. You're too shorter. Same shit like that. And I was like, this is fucking tight. Like this is what, and everybody was just having a good time. And I think like that type, because when I go to comedy clubs and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, holy fuck, like, what is this? I'm seeing Dave Chappelle walk around. I'm seeing all these people walk around. I'm just like, this is insane, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Like, like this is like I felt like I was in like a time capsule, and I was like, you know what? This is maybe.
Shout out to the time capsule song that we did.
Time capsule. I think it was called Me, You, and Mega.
Yeah.
I think that's still on SoundCloud. You can find that. MC Mega. Does he still rap?
Yeah, MC Mega still raps.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing shows as well.
I haven't seen him in a minute, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, man. But so yeah, what's up with the hip hop? What's going on in the hip hop world?
Okay, yeah. So like I said, man, there's a big hip hop scene out here in the IE, man. Shout outs to all the platforms. Shout outs to Mondo the DJ, MC Life. Everybody out here that's doing something in the IE. Hella platforms out here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things popping, especially with the, weed being legal now. So there's a lot of like weed events going down, a lot of producer events, battle rap events, a lot of stuff like that. So, for those who are listening that don't know, I've been, I've been rapping since I was 9, making beats since I was 15. I've been serious about it since I was 18, and I'm 27 now. And within that time frame where I got serious, so like for the past 10 years, I would say, I've dropped hundreds of songs, but I never felt that my music was ready, you know what I mean, to be, nor was I mentally ready to drop anything, you know what I'm saying? So, but I've been making music secretly, you know what I'm saying, and I'm working on an album. It's I would say it's me in the time frame of 1 to 7 years, 7 years, you know what I'm saying, of music. One song I might have done 7 years ago, one song I might have done 7 days ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a mixture. It's a mixture of me for like basically 7 years. It's called Elephant Skin.
Oh shit!
Because you have to have tough skin to be in hip hop, to be in battle rap, but also elephant skin because I'm part of Elephant Graveyard and it's the skin that I wear, literally. You know what I'm saying? So. Man, it's honestly something different. Every song on there is completely 100% different, and it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's for really a niche, specific audience of people who like, a mixture of boom bap and also like modern type hip hop, which I will say trap, but it's not trap, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really a mixture of a lot of different types of elements and everything like that, and a lot of the homies, a lot of the producer homies are on there. Shout outs to Isaac on the mix. Shout outs to Jake Finesse, man. Shout outs to Ascend Beats, and and many more. Cats like that, man. And man, it's a love and hate type of thing, Mel. I love that album and I hate it because
you just want to get it out already. Yeah. You heard the songs a billion times already. Yeah.
And I think the music is very dope, yo. But I think everything that I've ever released has always been on some like crazy hip hop shit. It's like a lot of the never have I really dropped anything that's like personal or anything like that. And
this is very personal.
And some of the tracks are, or like you'll just see a certain side of me that you don't get in a rap battle. Obviously,
Right.
you know, it's obviously a lot deeper than that. You know, below the surface type shit. So it's very interesting, dog, and the music is very good. You know, it's like you don't want to listen to this album like you want to listen to it. You want to listen to it where you're gonna drive somewhere and you have like an hour to spare, and like you're going through it, or like whatever. It's just you're feeling good and you want to vibe out on some music or
Right.
something. Like you don't want to listen to this album with the intention of listening to it, dog. You know what I mean? You have to listen to this album at the right time. And it's all the music is on there is dope, man. It's for the battle rap heads, it's for the hip hop heads, it's for the new modern generation now. You know what I mean? It's literally for everybody, and I think everybody, without a doubt, you will like 2 or 3 songs on the album if you don't like the whole thing.
And when do you think you're gonna drop it?
I'm thinking September.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're in July yet? No, we're not in July. We're
June.
June.
About to be July.
Late June. Yeah, late June. So July, August, September. I'm gonna aim for late September, man.
And let me ask you some other questions that have nothing to do with either of us. But what did you think about this fucking XXX shit, dude? And I know this is a lot of commercial shit, but I mean, I'm gonna I ask people that shit because some people are gonna say I don't give a fuck about that shit, I don't listen to it, or people will be like I just really want to see where people are at with certain things in the hip hop game. So what do you? I mean, did you even think about anything at all, or what did you like?
So look, I wasn't a huge fan of him. You know what I mean? I had listened to a couple of his songs, and I think they were honestly very dope. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not big on the new generation, but, you know, you got to admit, you know, anybody who has at least listened to, like, the modern stuff recently, at least, like, a couple times, like, whatever it may be, they have to have at least tried to listen to something. And what I did listen to by him was fucking, honestly, dope, dog, and different. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I don't know the whole story, but apparently, you know, he was shot in Florida, and you know, he got hella flack for being like wild crazy, right? Like he punched one of his exes or something like that, and she ended up blind in one eye or some shit like that. She was pregnant, you know, so he was obviously hated for that. And you know what I'm saying, I can't say anything bad about the dude because I don't know him personally, nor am I here to do that. You know,
right.
I'm just kind of trying to bring a narrative to this conversation because, you know, we're talking about it. So
I just wanted to ask randomly. I just thought of something. I was like, I'm gonna ask this.
You're good. So
just a little random
one. You know, that's fucked up for him for doing that. But I understand that we're human, bro. You know, not to be cliche, but we're fucking human, and we fuck up. Players fuck up. You know, but they fall off and they get back on that horse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And shit happens, fool. Like, you know, we're not perfect, dog. We've all fucked up, done some stupid shit, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
I know.
You can't judge. Everybody has, man, and you can't judge anybody's fuck ups, man. It's like everybody has to see the Lord someday, whether you believe in Him or not. Whatever, man. You're gonna meet. Everybody meets the graveyard.
It's
like,
you know what I'm saying? Right. It's crazy though how much people, like, no matter that happened, how much people are just people are causing riots. Yeah. People are saying that he's the Tupac of this generation.
That's crazy.
These kids' generations, he is the Tupac of that generation.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know enough of him to even.
Well, not as far as like the Black Panther and fucking
obviously
mom
not,
being in the Black Panthers and being a baby Panther and, you know, being part of the biggest label in the world. Like, that was different, but as far as like being taken before your time, and, you know, Pac did have crazy shit where when he was in, you know, he got into trouble too, and he had caught a rape case and all that shit, you know, and he was in prison for rape, you know, but he was saying that they lied on him, but at the end of the day, like, you know, it's just crazy that the game is, I mean,
he's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
So, how do you feel? What did you feel about that Drake and Pusha T shit?
Man, I didn't get too into it. I heard both disses. I'm gonna keep it real. I think, you know, from what I hear,
Pusha T was really disrespectful.
Look. I'm breaking it down like this, you know, and I don't know every single little fact of everything,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I try to pick up what I could. You
yeah.
know? So the way I see it, because, you know, battle rappers, if you're good at it, you could judge a battle, you could judge a diss, and you know, it'll have some weight to it. So in my honest opinion, I think Pusha T might have won that war. No, my bad. Pusha T might have won that battle.
Yeah.
But the war's not over yet. Who's winning the war?
Think about it.
Think about it.
Drake is sitting there.
Drake is good, bro.
He's about to drop another album that's probably going to go platinum.
So Pusha T won that whoever, he had the
Pusha
better
T
disc.
got back on the top of the horse again.
Yeah.
He's back out again.
Pusha T had the better disc, bro. And he's doing good right now.
But I honestly think
But I think like Drake's track was better.
But
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his track, I don't know, like
the beat was better.
The fluidity of it, and like the styles that I'm into because of battle rap and like how the setups are made. I don't know. I just kind of liked maybe Drake's a little bit more, but. Do I think that Pusha T won that and got that? Fuck yeah.
He did. I think he won, not because of the track. I think because he won because of that picture.
Yeah.
And how disrespectful. What the fuck, dude?
He won off of shock value.
Oh, my God, dude.
That's what it was.
What the fuck?
And he was trolling. He was trolling, bro. And that was more memorable. Everything that Drake did wasn't as memorable as what Pusha T did.
Bro, this fool had a picture of Drake in blackface that nobody has seen.
Yeah.
And put it out.
Yeah.
And then he said that the added-on... That was going to be Drake's rollout for an Adidas clothing, and his son's name is Adonis, and he was gonna tell everyone, I have a son, and put his son in the Adidas rollout, and this fool Pusha T said, when people see Adonis or whatever the fuck, they're going to see Drake in blackface. He pretty much fucked up the whole Adidas rollout, bro.
He fucked up
his whole, and I'm regurgitating things that I've heard from fucking like DJ academics and stuff. But if you really think about it, he fucked the whole branding, the whole hundreds of $1 million that Adidas had put into that branding deal. Pusha T destroyed it. He did, bro. So now when people see added on. When they see added on the Adidas shit, all they're gonna see is a picture of Drake like this in blackface. They're not, and it's not gonna be his son no more. So now the caricature of his fucking clothing brand and his son,
related to that.
Pusha T pretty much. That's like somebody coming and dissing you, and you had a rollout for IEvolve, and you found an investor, they put millions of dollars into it, and he comes and just goes, stomps on it and shits all over it.
That's smart.
That was very smart. That's like Tupac disrespect. That's Tupac disrespect. That's like taking a picture with Faith Evans and saying, "That's why I fucked your bitch." You fat mother. That's disrespect, dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's like that's like Dog Pound running through fucking stepping on the New York buildings and shit.
Straight up.
But yeah, man. So I mean, what do you want? What else do you want to talk about? Or what's?
Yeah. Why'd you start this podcast, man? What made you want to start this podcast?
To really being a fucking Rogan fan, dude. Like I'm a big.
I love watching listening to his podcast.
I'm a big Joe Rogan fan. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I feel like there is no podcast that's for us. Like we don't I can't go look up a podcast and listen to Epyk or Epyk Saga, or I can't go listen. Yeah, I can't go listen to a podcast and go listen to hear Quasar talk or go hear Val the Wonder. Like we have all that. So, like, with the culture sessions, I just honestly want to make a podcast that's, like, putting out the battlers that I want to, because I just felt like at that time I wasn't going to have an outlet to put battlers out.
Right.
And just didn't know. And at the point now where I don't even know what I'm going to do. I just know that I want to continue.
Something you're manifesting, man. It's something that you wanted to do, and you're doing it, and you envisioned it, and it's happening.
It's happening, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And so what's up with IEvolve next? You guys have any events coming up, or what's going on?
So right now we're mostly doing collaborations, to be honest. I think it was too many leagues out here. A lot of shit was popping up, man, and I was tired of it all, man. I think I kind of used this time and era as an excuse to kind of fall back and focus on myself and Elephant Graveyard, and I think sitting back and just kind of working on collaborations with people and helping out other people's brands and doing stuff like that has been way more beneficial than it has been about just being about myself. You know what I mean? Because it's now opening doors for me. I'm building bridges and whatnot, and I'm doing good things, man. And I'm in the behind the scenes, man, where I should be. Not tripping about being the face of anything or worrying about people's personalities and worrying about, just like a lot of things, man. And I think this is where I should be, you know what I mean? And it's just working, bro. It's working. I'm working with A-Hat. I'm working with my family, Diamond Loogies in San Diego, you know what I'm saying? And it's going good, man. Things are going good right now. And I love it, man. I love this battle rap community. I love this scene, man, and I just love it having a hand in it, man, because I'm one of the people in this game that I genuinely have a love for it and have a respect for people. And I think people come to me because I genuinely feel the way I feel. You know what I mean? And I genuinely want to help.
Right.
Like, sure, like, there's nothing wrong with getting your paper, getting your money, you know, but I genuinely want to help these cats, and I'm not here for the money. You know what I mean? I'm not here for, you know, to be the face of anything. Like, fuck that. No.
You're just trying to do something dope.
Exactly.
And I'm in that same place too. Like before, I was trying to be like, I have to do this, and just always chasing things. Like, am I still a part of things? And now it's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. You know, before I would be like, I don't care if it wasn't my league. I would try to get my way to the front to get in that camera. Now it's like, I don't give a fuck because it's more just like,
it's about something bigger now.
It's the bigger picture. Yep. What are we gonna leave behind in this game? Exactly. You know,
you put your work in already. You've done your dirty work. Now what's next?
100%.
What's next? You know what I mean? That's the.
So where could people find you? Like where plug whatever it is that you want to plug right now, where people can go ahead and check your shit out. Or
okay, before I do that, man, I just want to quickly say, man, to every Mexican American hip, you know, MC, artist, producer, whatever it is that you do, even if you're not Mexican American, you know what I'm saying, whatever race you may be, that is not the majority in hip hop or battle rap. I know that it's going to be extremely difficult for you to tap in what you want to tap into the market that you want to tap in, or be part of the world that you want to be a part of. But just know that with straight persistence, man, you be yourself, you do a lot of work, you work harder than the next man, you will be okay, dog. You will be okay. Because I think I never have been, you know what I'm saying, the dopest of the dopest, but I've always been the dude who works really fucking hard, man. I've put in my work and I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I will never be Geechee Gotti. But when an OG sees me, they say, what's up, Epyk? They know who the fuck I am. And I don't give a fuck, dog. That's respect. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
I'm not on PG. Yeah. I'm not on anything like that. I'm very close.
You know, what time it is.
But you know what time it is, and the motherfuckers who everybody else respect me. You know what I'm saying? So that's you know, that's respect enough for me, dog. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Well, you better put some motherfucking respect on his name. It is Epyk. You better put some respect on Epyk, or you getting smacked the fuck up.
Or you mean the graveyard, man.
Or you mean the graveyard. And I'm gonna fucking karate chop your fucking head off. So I'm just saying this right now. You guys better keep your fucking eyes peeled, because you guys don't even understand what's gonna happen. And I don't like talking like this, but I have to, because Epyk just pumped me up right now. So you guys are getting this, and if you guys don't respect what the fuck is gonna happen, then you better go fuck your mother, okay?
Hey, but if on that note,
if
anybody wants to find me, go ahead and look me up, Epyk Saga. That's Epyk Saga. You can look me up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And if you want to look up my platform and watch our battles and be a part of our movement, or even just be a fan of it, look up IEvolve TV. That's IEvolve TV. You can look us up anywhere: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, especially if you want to watch all our rap battles. And yeah, man, you know, we got a bunch of stuff in the works. We're going to be collaborating with a lot of people, pushing a lot of content, and we out here for the West, man.
100%.
For the progression of it. So, man, shout outs to the Time God podcast, and Melathion, Cold Crew, Project Blow,
all that.
The Pipe Bomb, you know what I'm saying?
The Pipe Bomb with the fucking Scion, you already know.
The Pipe Bomb.
With the Pipe Bomb. This is the Time God cast. Shouts out to my guest, Epyk Saga. Go check out all his stuff. What about your albums? Where can I get? Your albums? Do you have any tracks out where people can go check?
Like I said, you know, y'all can look at everything up on YouTube and all that stuff. Okay. But like I said, man, I really haven't put a lot of stuff out just because I felt like I wasn't ready mentally, or, you know, saying business wise, ready for that type of level in the game. And I think now I'm more than ready. I understand the business and understand marketing and promo and all this stuff, you know, to actually push an album and to do things legitly. So I think I'm ready, and it's going to come out within the next couple of months this year, and I'm getting everything together, and it's going to be dope, man. And the people who know me and follow me and are truly out here rocking with me, man, you will be impressed and love my shit, man. So
Well, make sure you guys go and check that out. Go support. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's the fucking Time God Cast. Time.